Real estate agents, mortgage professionals, you've been warned.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
Hello, everybody. My name is Barry Horvath, and this is what is this show called? Moving Forward TV, your local market update.
Hi, and I am Dylan Gass, and thanks for joining us today. Sir, per the warning, Will Robinson. Warning. Real estate
Did
and
you ever
mortgage
watch that show as a
professionals.
kid?
I loved that show as a kid.
I know.
It was like one of my favorite shows. I loved it.
It's really an old show.
Wasn't that fun, that
I think
clip?
we're dating ourselves.
I know. But anyway, so
they
the
didn't have
warning
Instagram back then, just so you know.
I know. They should put
Or Twitter. Oh, I forgot about Twitter.
Anyway, so we are talking about the warning is to our friends, the CFPB.
Well, they're not.
Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, who kind of like regulates all of us real estate and mortgage people and, you know, credit card companies and everybody actually. Consumer financial.
Anything to do with money in the
consumer
industry,
and finances.
those guys are out there looking. And
they
remember,
are looking heavily.
They
And
are.
Today's target?
Zillow. Yeah. Shocking, huh?
Shocking.
I know this is not
It was only
new.
a matter of time, right?
Yeah, but our show this week is really to inform our real estate partners, that enter into these marketing agreements and the fairness of it. And, you just need to be careful. So we're going to talk a little bit more about it in detail because we want to keep you guys in trouble. You're making a great living out there.
We want to keep them in trouble?
No, we want to keep them out of trouble. Did I say in trouble?
You said keep them in trouble.
You knew what I meant.
No.
We want to keep you out of trouble. So I think that Ryan Hills and Resource TV, this little clip we're going to watch right here, kind of sums it up, and then we'll get back right to, our take on all this. So watch this little clip, and we'll be right back.
Real estate agents, consider yourself warned, says HousingWire.com. Lenders, you guys know good and well what's up, so we don't need to remind you. You guys were the sole source of the major recession and continue to be punished and fined for it, so no need to punish you guys any further. But realtors aren't used to being held accountable. They've been the untouched golden child of the real estate world until recently, and I'm sorry, Zillow, I'm not trying to pick on you guys on purpose. You've just been in the news a lot lately. By the way, our Uberization of real estate show was shared and watched a ton nationwide by the entire real estate community. Thank you for that. But back to the realtor smackdown. The CFPB seemingly has their eyes set on Zillow. And let me remind you how the CFPB tends to work. They tend to enforce their ideals and rules via enforcement. And by enforcement, I mean penalties and fines, and big ones at that. My friends and I, we like to play over-under a lot, and this possible fine to Zillow would be a great time to play over-under. Let me know if you guys are in. I'm sure you all know why the investigation is happening, but if you don't know why they're looking into Zillow, it's for their co-branding and advertising setup that Zillow's rolled out for years. The CFPB obviously has concerns with it. I mean, I don't know why. What's the problem with leveraging 3 lenders to pay all or the majority of your advertising costs? Oh wait, that's the actual definition of a RESPA violation? Noted. Attorneys at Locke, Offit, and Kerman commented on this, stating lenders should see this as a clear warning that any arrangement with a real estate agent that is used to disguise payments for referrals will be critically reviewed by the CFPB for RESPA violations. I heard lenders, realtors, critically reviewed, and RESPA violations, so enough said. They also stated the news of this investigation combined with the RESPA consent order against Prospect Mortgage and a few real estate companies, I may add, earlier this year is a clear sign that RESPA enforcement remains top priority for the CFPB. We've also seen state regulators increase their scrutiny of lead share and co-marketing relationships, end quote. And I know for certain their comment about states stepping up their game on this topic is very, very true. Here's the thing, guys. Don't think this is just about exchanging referrals and think you're good. The the CFPB will be looking at the advertising and marketing structures as well. We know the cost of advertising should be split evenly, and the services rendered should reflect this as well, meaning Lender X paid 50% of the advertising but only received 10% of the actual advertising when released. That's a problem. And just because Zillow said it was okay doesn't get you off the hook. Third-party vendors can be held accountable, and so can you and your company for leveraging them. Offit and Kerman agrees with me, stating it in a different way, and I quote, "In Zillow's situation, like any vehicle used for co-marketing or lead sharing, has the potential to be used in such a way that it could violate RESPA's anti-kickback provisions." Now, sure, Zillow isn't the only third-party vendor to leverage such a vehicle. There's certainly others. But remember how the CFPB works. They tend to pick out the biggest offender, investigate, fine, and then make an example out of them. So I'm sure that's why they started with Zillow. Well, that and their deep pockets. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind here. I'm not an attorney, thank God. I'm not even a compliance officer or an educator, but I do have some good knowledge on the topic. And hey, I'm not even saying Zillow's guilty. They could be, but that's for the CFPB to figure out. But I am saying, just because a major company takes your money and offers advertising and leads in exchange, realtors and lenders, doesn't make it right. I know it feels okay because Zillow wouldn't do it if it wasn't okay, but you can't rely on just that. I mean, really, guys, if history's taught us anything, it's that giant companies can and will bend the rules and take advantage of people. Realtors or lenders, you can avoid RESPA violations by using this. I mean, you guys both have continued education every year that covers this very topic. If it doesn't sound right, it probably isn't. Implement and establish your own controls and checks and balances. Don't leave your fate in the hands of Zillow or really any other third-party vendor for that matter. The RE Source was once again very early on this, and we covered this with our good buddy Ken Perry long ago, which is why you and your entire company should watch us every single week. But keep this in mind in Zillow's defense. This investigation's been going on for 2 years now. This isn't necessarily anything new, as some mainstream media outlets would lead you to believe. The CFPB merely asked for more information in regards to the ongoing investigation. So I don't know. You guys can decide if that's good or bad news for Zillow. Although typically longer investigations aren't a good thing, but who knows? Hey, share this with at least 100 realtors and lenders. I'm kidding, maybe it's just at least 1 or 2. They need to hear this, and we'll see you guys next week.
He's funny.
He is very funny. You know what we love about him?
Because he's like us.
Yeah, because he's quirky. You know. And-
All right, I don't think that it was entirely the real estate and
Well-
mortgage people's fault, the entire collapse.
well,
but,
it could be.
but I do. But
You look at me like, really?
no.
You know, go ahead.
He says some good. He really sums it up nicely.
I agree, but you know what? The industry, you know, is changing, and you know, business is good. So you know, the CFPB is going to look for these type
Right.
violations right now. When people are prospecting, and you know, companies like Zillow are making mega millions, you know, and even though they say it's okay, that doesn't mean it's okay.
Right.
You know, if you can say, Your Honor, you know, is this a good thing? I mean, you got to think about it. So.
Right.
So before you enter into that agreement, let's, you know, we need to take a quick break right here, but we'll get back. This is so important to our real estate partners and our lender friends out there to make sure we don't get you in trouble. So we'll be back right after this.
You know, Earl, I got something you might want to trade that thing in for.
What?
Something that really matters. Some leather that really matters.
What's that, Dave?
The Bible.
Oh, man.
How about that? How about we do a little trade-off?
Oh, I love it. I love it. We got the real word here, boy. I'm telling you. And by the way, man, I'm just so excited, man. We be talking about God, TAC. That's
right.
gonna be phenomenal on WeBeam TV every Tuesday at 5:30.
It's going to be great.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
All right, we're back, everybody.
We're back.
I'm back.
So I really like Ryan, and I like how he puts the, he just, well, he's quirky, like us.
We already covered he's quirky.
But the
You like
whole,
that.
But the whole thing is, what he says is it really makes a lot of sense. And the CFPB guys, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they are looking. They're the same ones who, guess how they get paid? Fines.
Yep.
They are fully 100% funded through fines when they fine real estate companies, title companies, mortgage companies, banks, any kind of lending institution.
It's on and on and on.
Yeah.
And their job is really to protect the consumer. And because
And protect their jobs.
Yeah, well, yeah, of
By
course.
fining.
But, and here's the fact. When these kickbacks occur, when you're co-marketing and it's not fair where, you have like you said, 3 lenders paying for the
Right.
real estate's entire advertising on Zillow, it's
Right.
not fair because that real estate agent is benefiting from that, which in their mind, the mortgage lenders getting more business.
Right.
That raises the prices, and then it's therefore unfair to the consumer. And I get it.
So let's talk about what the RESPA violations are. I know
Well,
that you guys all know that for the most part.
RESPA.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, if you pass the test. Of course, we have home buyers that are also watching our show, so they don't know what RESPA
Right.
is.
ahead.
RESPA is the Real Estate Protection Act, and it was basically an act created to protect kickbacks from happening.
Right.
It's been really scrutinized in title world, for title agents where real estate agents were coerced or enticed, as they say, to bring title closings to a certain title agent. There's been lenders that are in real estate office and they pay outrageous rents. There's all these examples of things that happen to where they say, oh, come use our lender, use our lender. So RESPA is a big deal, and it is the law. And you can say, well, it's a fine line. And there are many companies that do skate that fine line. And I've seen it, you've seen it.
Builders.
Yeah, and we hate it. And it's not
Builders,
fair
I
to
hate it.
people who actually obey the law
Right.
and follow the rules. So, it's unfortunately, it happens.
I still don't know how builders get away with it, though. They will say things like, oh, we can upgrade your cabinets if you use our lender and stuff like that. And then if you don't use our lender and if they decide to go to, a bank, a local bank or something, their local credit union
right.
or whatever.
DeLynn,
I know, I know.
I want you to look at my shirt. Look at it. What do you see?
Say,
This is a gray area, okay? All right?
very gray
Very
area.
gray. Do you like my shirt anyway?
I do. It's very nice.
It's gray.
Very gray. But no, let's talk about the RESPA violations that have been out there, that are still out there, that are going on. And guys, we're telling you all of this because they really are looking heavily. They really are fined, or they live off of the fines and everything. So they're looking with a microscope, and they're looking right now at Zillow very heavily.
Because
it's
they're
been in the news a lot.
They're the big boys.
Right, they're the big boys, and they're going to make, just like Ryan said, they're going to make an example out of them. But the others aren't far behind,
Right.
and that means you and I aren't far behind either. So, as far as RESPA violations go, what are some of the obvious ones, Bear?
Well, you know what? I actually have some examples here on
We do.
some questions that people have, that we found, and
right.
are these violations or not? Because, when you're in doubt, my suggestion to you is avoid it. If there's a
Right.
question in your
Right.
mind that you could be violating a RESPA rule,
Right.
don't do it. It's your career.
You're right. If you
it's
even
your
have to
livelihood.
stop and say, then the answer is no. No,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
no, don't do
the
it.
Zillow
It's not worth it. Our licenses are too hard to get these days, right?
And the business
It takes
is
a
too
lot.
hard. It's hard
And
enough.
Yes. And
And
you know
the-
what?
the-
We're all better than that. We
And
don't
the
need
Zillow co-marketing, if it's done properly, it's okay.
Right.
But if someone else is paying for your advertising, it's probably not okay.
Right, but here's a couple of things. So let's, some questions and answers and stuff. So, Barry, question.
Yes.
A real estate agent is sponsoring an open house for other agents. Brokers open. A local title agency reimburses the title agent for the cost of the luncheon, and the title agency does not market its title services at this open house. Is that a RESPA violation?
I say yes. It's
Yes.
definitely a violation because they're reimbursing the real estate agent for the cost of the luncheon.
Right?
And they're giving the real estate agent a thing of value. That's the whole
Right.
thing right there.
However, we've all done this. I've done many broker open houses as well. In the mortgage industry, we do the same thing, and we will share in the costs with the realtor. We share in the costs with the realtor.
We call 50-50.
And
50-50. 50-50.
If I'm there, which I usually am, I'm at the open house as well. If the title company were at the open house as well and they were sharing in everything, then you're fine.
Then it would be okay.
Then you're okay.
Yes, but again, make sure you're there, make sure you're sharing the costs.
Right.
And it's okay, you're co-marketing.
You can't
fairly.
just say to the real estate company,
let me buy
"Here
you
you go,
lunch.
let
Here
me
you
buy
go.
lunch
I'll
for
buy food
everybody.
for you.
I'm
I'll
just
put
going
it
to
in
do
the
all this,
title order."
and that's it.
Yeah,
and,
that's not gonna fly.
Because, right, of course the person is going to expect you to then, give money back to him. So, wow,
Well,
we
we're
got
already
through question
sitting
number
there.
one.
We're already getting the hook.
The producer's already flagging us.
All right,
We're-
go ahead, go on.
Question number 2. A
Hurry
real
up.
estate broker and a mortgage lender agree to jointly place a full-page advertisement in a local newspaper. Each company gets exactly a half a page to advertise their services. Each company pays half the cost of the advertisement. Is that a violation?
I say that's not a violation.
No,
Because they fairly
absolutely not,
split
it's
it.
not.
It's right down the middle.
Right.
That complies with the RESPA rules.
Absolutely.
Okay, go on, what else?
Next question. A mortgage lender like those people, a mortgage lender devises
Good people,
a
good people.
contest, this is funny, devises a contest amongst local real estate agents where the real estate agent who refers the most customers to the lender, already this is sounding bad, will receive a vacation cruise to
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Is that a problem?
That's a violation of Section 8 of RESPA rules. Don't do it. Don't go on the cruise. You could say, well, he gave me the cruise. No, you're going, you're.
Can I go on the cruise with them though?
You can, because you're allowed to do whatever you
I
want.
just
go
like
in.
cruises.
Yeah.
All right, do we have time for one more?
One
Do we
more.
have time
One
for
more.
one more?
No.
Just
All
tell
right, we
us
got
no.
more. We'll be back right after this.
Earl, I got something you might want to trade that thing in for.
What?
Something that really matters. Some leather that really matters.
What's that, Dave?
The Bible.
Oh, man.
How about that? How about we do a little trade-off?
Oh, I love it. I love it. We got the real word here, boy. I'm telling you. And by the way, man, I'm just so excited, man. We be talking about God, TAC. That's
right.
gonna be phenomenal on WeBeam TV every Tuesday at 5:30.
It's going to be great.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Well, that was kind of fat. We had to just like run, huh?
I know. See how we are?
I think he's saying we talk too much.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
tell us
these
to
are
shut
good.
up.
But
It's
these-
really good information. I'm
It is.
passionate about it. When you're
It is.
passionate about what you
I
do,
know.
you can't shut up. That's how we roll.
See, right? He's always telling me to shut up, right?
I did not tell you to shut up. Listen to me. I have not hit you in weeks.
I know.
I've not. You know
You know,
what
that's
though?
because everybody says, "What's with Barry hitting you all the time? What's
And
with
you know
Barry
what else?
yelling at you
I
all
want
the
you
time?"
to notice on the set, the spacing is further.
I know. See, my husband's protecting me. He's putting me further
Because
away.
he knows, yeah, because your partner beats you.
All
Anyway,
right, so let's go
let's
on
talk
here.
about more.
I got
We're
another
talking
couple-
about RESPA violations.
I really did, people. I really did pull out a couple of really good questions in this because there's a lot of them, but I tried to pull up some really good ones with covering different fields: title companies, mortgage companies, insurance. This one happens to be about insurance partners who partner with real estate companies. Barry, you ready?
Yeah.
A homeowner's insurance company gives a real estate broker marketing materials such as desk calendars, pens, notepads, all of which promote the homeowner's insurance company's name. Is that a violation?
No,
Correct.
it's not. It is not a violation. In fact, that is an exception to Section 8 of RESPA.
Right.
Because they are promotional items. You know, here's the way I always view it. If you are handing something with your company logo on it, the company name, anything like that on it, it's probably not going to be a RESPA violation.
Right.
Now, if you hand them a Super Bowl ticket that has your season ticket name on it, that's probably going to be a no-no. But if you hand them a pen, calendars,
Sticky
anything
notes, things like
anything
that.
like that, you can hand them all you want.
And you can co-market that stuff. So the real estate agent, if they're having an open house or something like that, they have their own sticky notes and pads and pens with their name on it, along with the insurance company's pens and pads with their name on it. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's co-marketing, and that is fine. All right, the last one real quick, because I know that we have to roll here.
Yeah, of course.
Are you ready for this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Can the real estate professionals distribute to prospective buyers flyers containing current loan rate information branded by a particular mortgage lender?
That's a good question. You know what?
Yes.
Actually, they do comply with RESPA.
It does. It does. It's
Yep.
absolutely fine.
It's okay. It's consistent if if that lender is providing the current rate and so forth to show the consumer payment options. That's absolutely okay.
Right.
Go figure.
Because again, it's co-marketing. We do flyers all the time where it's got the real estate on an open house, the real estate person's name, number, and the mortgage person's name and number. We do it all the time. It's working together, and that's how it does work. When we work together like that, here's a house that's for sale. Here's what the potential payments and costs could be to the consumer. That's working together, and that's fine. Just be careful, guys, with the
When in
buying
doubt,
of the Zillow
check it
leads
out.
and yes. And I've seen
I say
people like
when in
wrap
doubt.
cars out there, and you got to be real careful with that kind of stuff. You really do.
You want to wrap my car?
No, because it could be a violation of RESPA.
I just got my car out of the
Like
body
I
shop.
said,
I don't want to do that.
It's too. No. Well, stop speeding and get
I wasn't speeding, and it wasn't my fault. That lady was in a RESPA violation.
Hey,
Anyway,
you know.
that's not important.
All right. So anyway, so what do we have coming up in our world?
You know what we got coming up? Something really, really, really,
Very
really, really
exciting.
good. Yes, next week, 1 week from today.
Our Lunch and Learn.
Yeah, we're gonna learn a lot.
Please, RSVP. And we're real excited about it. We have Mark Tita from Certified Credit Reporting Services who is going to join us, and he's going to tell us there's a lot of changes coming starting in July with the world as far as credit goes and credit reporting in particular, which some of the stuff is going to help some of our clients out there, our mutual clients out there. Some of it is not going to help them. So come and learn all about that stuff. And it's at Carrabba's. Yay!
Yeah, so that's the best part of this whole thing is that the meal's on us. You're going to eat Carrabba's for lunch. So come on out. What do you got to lose? I mean, and listen, don't bring your mother or your aunt for free lunch. We're not buying them lunch. We want real estate professionals.
Right.
Because one of the biggest challenges in anybody buying a homeownership, there's two things. I mean, there's a lot of things. It's kind of a three-legged stool, but credit is a big part.
Right.
And if we can show you how to help your potential buyer's credit, we want to do it. And even if you're a home buyer,
Right.
maybe you want to learn about credit.
I know most of you real estate professionals out there prefer to be educated about this stuff. So that's why we put on these lunch and
Actually,
learns. They're
no.
free of charge for
Listen,
all of you.
They prefer to be fed. So we're
And
going to feed them.
educated.
And then we got one more date coming up, and then we got the trolley tour coming up.
Right.
It's going to meet over at Infusion Brewery in Trinity. That's on June 24th, Saturday night. Going to meet around 5:30. Should be a good time for all. So come on
Both
out.
of these events, please RSVP. Now, as far as the Lunch and Learn goes, you can find that either on Facebook, which is The Mortgage Firm /Trinity, and RSVP that way, or call us, text us, email us. Y'all know how to get a hold of
Yep,
us.
we can find us. So
And as far as the trolley ride, where do they get that
get a
one?
hold of Maria at WPBA.biz.
There you
She'll
go.
hook you up.
Other than
That's
that,
it.
hey, we
Share us.
appreciate you guys watching.
Like us, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
All that fun stuff.
LinkedIn, all the good stuff we got going out there. So share it. Hey, you know what? I kind of like what Ryan says. Share this with 100 or 300 of your real estate friends. One or two's fine, but we prefer 100 or 300,
Thank you, everybody. We are today and every day.
Moving forward.
We'll see everybody next week. Bye-bye.
Have a great week.